To factor this polynomial by the greatest common factor, I need to find the biggest number that can go into 48, 72, and 96 evenly, no decimals. So to do that, I like to use my upside down cake method. So since 48, -72, and 96 are all even numbers, then I know each number can be divided by 2. So half of 48 will be 24, half of -72 is -36, and half of 96 is 48. And again, all these three numbers are also even, so I can divide by 2. Or this time I noticed I can divide those numbers by 4 as well. So if you notice a higher number, then go for it. So I'm going to use 4 this time. So 24 divided by 4 is 6. And then we have -9 and then 12. And I can divide these three numbers by 3. So we have 2, -3, and 4. And I can't really divide 2, -3, and 4. So therefore, my greatest common factor for the numbers is take the numbers beside the cake, 2, 4, and 3, and then multiply them out. So 2 times 4 is 8 times 3. So the greatest common factor is going to be 24. And because we're factoring means that you're multiplying. So when we multiply, it means that we're doing opposite of multiplying, which is dividing. So for the variables, when we divide, we subtract the exponents. So when we subtract, we don't want to over subtract. So therefore, for the greatest common factor for the variables, you want to take out the smallest exponent. So for A, the exponents for A, we have 4, 3, and 2. And the smallest exponent for A is going to be squared. And then for B, we have exponent of 1 here, 2, and 5. So the smallest one is going to be B to the first power. And then the smallest exponent for C, there's 1 and 3, but there's no C in the first term because C is raised to the 0 power. So therefore, the smallest exponent for C is going to be 0. So you don't write the C. So now you have your GCF. So now you're going to take each term and divide it by the GCF. So take this and divide it by 24a squared b. Divide this by 24a squared b. And then divide by 24a squared b. So again, when you divide, you subtract the exponents for the variables. So 48 divided by 24, we know that's going to be 2. And we have 2 left for the a. 4 minus 2 is 2. So we have a squared. And then b cancels out, and there's no c. And next term, we have -72 divided by 24. So that's going to be -3. And we have 1a left, and then 1b left, and you bring down the c. And then for the last term, we have +4. A's are gone, and then for b, 5 minus 1 is 4. So b to the 4th power, and bring down c to the 3rd power. And the last two steps for factoring by GCF is put parentheses around your answer and put the GCF in front, which is 24a squared b. And one way to check your answer is simply distribute your GCF to each term inside the parentheses, and you will see that it's the same thing as your original problem.